Elias Goes to the Vatican. The archives of the Vatican are not merely a collection of books, they are a subterranean forest of thought, where the air is heavy with the static of a million whispered prayers. Elias moved through the scholar section like a phantom, his fingers tracing the spines of forbidden texts. He had spent years synthesizing the Hatha Yoga Pradipika with the intricate pulse mapping of traditional Chinese medicine and the rigorous biological observations of modern Western psychology. But his work had drawn the eyes of the Sacred Secret Society. They did not want a scholar, they wanted a locksmith for the divine. The Call of the Shadows. The men of the society arrived not with threats, but with a terrifying revelation. The cycles are turning, Elias, their leader, a man whose voice sounded like dry parchment, had told him. The fires of history are hungry. The great libraries of the East and the Mediterranean, the last bastions of the unspoiled knowledge, are marked for erasure by those who wish to flatten the human soul into a mere biological machine. Elias was tasked with a mission of impossible scale. He was to go to the ancient repositories of Egypt, Turkey, and Greece. To the world, these places would appear to burn, victims of accidental fires or political unrest. But Elias was given a different mandate, the Great Transposition. Tekun, the transposition of wisdom, using the supernatural folding of space, a technique Elias recognized as a mastery of the sacral chakra's fluid nature. He traveled to the subterranean vaults of Alexandria. He stood before scrolls that had supposedly been lost for millennia. There were records of Islamic alchemy that treated the human energy field as a chemical reaction of the spirit, and Jewish mystical texts that mapped the nervous system as a series of divine lightning bolts. The society had ordered their destruction to concentrate the truth, but Elias saw the flaw in their nihilism. To destroy the source was to sever the root. In the dead of night, as the society's agents prepared the incendiary charges in the libraries of Ephesus and the hidden shrines of Mount Athos, Elias worked in the between. He utilized the Japanese concept of Ma, the pregnant void, to create a bridge. One by one, thousands of volumes were not burned but shifted. He moved them to a secret cave located at the planetary throat chakra, a limestone sanctuary hidden deep within the Himalayan massif, where the vibration of the earth itself preserved the organic fibers of the paper. Thrud, the masterpiece in the heart of the mountain. When the fires finally rose in the west and the Levant, they consumed only empty shelves and clever illusions of ash. Elias returned to the secret cave, his sanctuary of stolen light. He sat amidst the silence of the mountains, surrounded by the gathered wisdom of 5 millennia. Here he began the composition of his masterpiece, The Symbiosis of the Vessel. He wrote of how the chiropractic alignment of the spine acted as a physical antenna for the yogic prana, and how modern medicine's understanding of the endocrine system was merely a physical shadow of the chakra system, the planetary nervous system. He mapped the ecosystems of Earth to the human body. He saw that the melting glaciers were the fever of a planetary crown chakra, losing its cooling connection to the divine, and the pollution of the oceans was a blockage in the global sacral flow. The mystery of transcendence. He concluded that the soul was the resonance between the human energy field and the Earth's magnetic pulse. Elias realized that by saving the texts, he had saved the Earth's memory. The society believed they had won, thinking the world was now empty of its ancient guides. They did not know that deep within the Himalayan silence, Elias had created a living synthesis. As he penned the final word, the cave began to hum. The thousands of diagrams and notes on his desk started to vibrate in sympathy with the hidden texts. Elias wasn't just a librarian or a scholar anymore. He was the bridge. The transcendence he sought was not an escape from the world, but a deep, resonant dive into its absolute center. He looked at the diagrams of the heart chakra and the Amazon rainforest, seeing the identical patterns of life-giving veins. He smiled, knowing that as long as the cave remained, the world's heart would continue to beat. Guided by the silent, synthesized pulse of the masterpiece,